High in the dramatic cliffs of the Himalayas, where the jagged rock faces seem to tear into the sky and the air is thin with silence, a small band of fearless men prepares for a mission unlike any other, clad in simple garments and armed with nothing more than handmade bamboo ladders, ropes, machetes, and nerves of steel. They're not here for conquest or treasure in the traditional sense. They're here for something far more elusive and dangerous: mad honey. This rare crimson nectar, secreted by the world's largest honeybee, lies hidden in massive hives built into vertical cliffs, hundreds of meters high. It's a honey that doesn't just sweeten, it alters the mind. Revered for its powerful hallucinogenic effects and cherished in traditional medicine, this honey commands astonishing prices across the globe. But what makes it truly legendary is the death-defying effort required to obtain it. This is not just a harvest, it's a ritual of survival, of ancestral duty, of raw courage. And it begins now in the untamed heart of Nepal. Twice a year, the gruing people of central Nepal ready themselves for a journey that blurs the line between myth and reality. Their target, the elusive mad honey, infused with granodoxins from rhododendron nectar compounds known to induce vivid hallucinations, tingling euphoria, and even trance-like states when consumed in small doses. Used for centuries in traditional healing, it's believed to relieve joint pain, improve heart health, and boost vitality. Just 2 teaspoons are enough to launch the user into an otherworldly experience. But obtaining this mystical liquid gold requires more than knowledge. It demands sacrifice. The preparation begins long before the first step is taken toward the cliffs. In each village, the community buzzes with anticipation. Bamboo ladders are reinforced, ropes are checked and rechecked, tools are sharpened, and supplies are bundled for the journey ahead. Though many lend a hand in preparing for the expedition, only the most experienced and resilient men are chosen for the actual harvest. The cliffs they must scale are unforgiving, sometimes rising nearly vertically above the treetops. One misstep means death. These men are not just honey hunters, they are descendants of warriors, guardians of an ancient craft passed down through generations. Heard to them, the honey is sacred, a reward only for those willing to risk everything. Their journey to the hives begins with a trek through rugged forests and across treacherous rivers. With heavy equipment strapped to their backs, they cut paths through overgrown jungle trails, fashioning bridges from fallen trees to cross churning rapids. Each obstacle is a reminder of the unforgiving terrain that guards the honey's hiding place. But the hunters move forward, undeterred by nature's warnings. Their minds are set. The cliffs await. When they finally reach their destination, the drama truly begins. Towering rock faces loom above them like ancient stone gods, their surfaces punctuated by enormous dark hives. These are the nests of the Himalayan giant honeybee Apis laboriosa, species twice the size of an average bee, and many times more aggressive when provoked. The hunters divide into 3 tightly coordinated groups. One remains at the cliff's base, lighting smoldering fires to create thick clouds of smoke that is crucial to ward off the furious bees. Another group stays atop the cliffs, securing ropes and bamboo ladders to ensure a lifeline for the men who will descend. And the third group, those with unmatched fearlessness and balance, are the climbers, dangling hundreds of feet in the air with no harness or safety gear, barefoot and exposed. They begin the delicate task of harvesting the honey dot. The ascent is slow and methodical. Every move must be precise. Carrying long sticks with blades attached to the end, the climbers approach the hives. The smoke wafts upward from below, disorienting the bees, clouding their signals, giving the hunters a small window of opportunity. They swipe at the combs with measured movements, careful not to damage the structure. If a comb falls, all is lost. With each successful cut, pieces of honeycomb glistening with crimson nectar, gently lowered in baskets to the waiting crew. But the bees do not surrender easily. Thousands swarm in angry spirals, stinging relentlessly. There is no armor, no protection. The only defense is willpower and concentration. The scent of wild Himalayan flowers wafts from the hives as they're cut open, the honey thick and fragrant with nature's raw essence. The baskets are pulled up and down, ropes groaning under their weight. At any moment, one could snap. A shift in the wind could blow the smoke away. A loose foothold could send a man plunging into the abyss. But somehow, they endure. The climbers descend and ascend, again and again, until the hives are emptied or the risk becomes too great. And when it's over, and the last of the honey is collected, they begin the slow, silent journey back. Back at the village, the atmosphere shifts. From tension to celebration, the honey, still warm from the hive, is filtered through coarse cloth to remove wax, dirt, and any lingering bee parts. The result is a thick amber-red liquid that glows in the sunlight. Its aroma both floral and earthy. It's not just honey, it's magic in a jar. Some of it is reserved for the families kept in ceramic pots or wooden containers, to be used sparingly in teas, tonics, or as a healing balm for wounds and fatigue. The rest is prepared for sale. Traders from far-flung towns and even foreign countries make the journey to purchase this exotic substance. In countries that value traditional medicines such as South Korea, Japan, and Turkey, honey fetches up to $500 per kilogram. It's a commodity as valuable as gold. But this isn't just a business for the Gurung people. It's a deeply rooted cultural ritual, a living tradition that connects them to the land, the seasons, and their ancestors. The skills required from navigating dangerous terrain to constructing stable ladders and managing bee behavior are passed down orally and practically, from elder to apprentice, from father to son. Every harvest is a lesson, a memory etched into the collective identity of the community. Beyond the honey, they also harvest beeswax, which is molded into candles, ointments, and traditional cosmetics. Nothing is wasted. Everything is valued. The bond between these honey hunters and their brutal environment is not one of conquest, but coexistence. They do not strip the cliffs bare. They take only what they need, leaving behind enough honey and comb for the bees. To rebuild, it's a relationship built on respect and necessity. And in return, nature provides dangerously, unpredictably, but generously. In a world rushing toward modernity, this age-old ritual stands as a quiet rebellion. No machines, no shortcuts, just raw human courage, ancestral wisdom, and the towering cliffs of the Himalayas as the ultimate proving ground. As the sun sets over the jagged horizon and the hunters return to their families, exhausted yet triumphant, the honey glows like firelight in their jars. The harvest is complete. The legacy continues. In the hush of night, the mountains hold their secrets once more until the next season calls. This is the story of Mad Honey, a story not just of sweetness and sensation, but of tradition, tenacity, and the timeless dance between man and nature. And the next time you see a drop of honey glistening in a spoon, remember that somewhere, high above the clouds, a man dangled between life and death to bring it to you.